Now with Operation Riptide coming to a conclusion and a close here very, very soon in the next couple months on Counter-Strike Global Offensive, that's going to leave a lot of people wondering, what should you have bought for this operation? What should you buy as of right now going forward before this operation ends and before skins really start to pick up from this operation? Now, this operation's been really, really weird, been a little shaky. Obviously, there's been a lot of buying guides on YouTube, probably hundreds, maybe into the low thousands. And I'm going to be discussing what I'm buying for this operation as an investment. It's probably not what a lot of people think. It's probably the obvious option though, and that's obviously the most not like skins of this operation, which is really, really weird, but they're going to be rare. And old skins that are rare in Counter-Strike Global Offensive that don't look good are always the ones to go up in value. Not always, but some of the time. And Operation Riptide had a lot of controversial things happen with it, and it wasn't like Broken Fang in a sense where, you know, we got a lot of new cool skins that were really interesting. We got a new map. Broken Fang really changed the game. This operation, it's not a review for this video, but that's a whole nother video going down the line. But this really didn't change much. It took everything from Broken Fang that was cool, copy and pasted it over to here, and really didn't really change much besides add new skins and obviously the PGO Major, you know, Stockholm packages, which were a whole different thing when that's another big thing I don't like. In today's video, we're going to be discussing what I am buying for Operation Riptide for a profit and for an investment purpose for the next couple years anyway. Obviously, maybe possibly going into the next operation, which I always talk about how the next operation that comes out after this is sometimes a really, really good time if you miss this opportunity right now to buy skins. You can buy the skins next year when the next operation comes out, because as of right now, it seems to be like we're on a, you know, every yearly period where we get an operation, which is really, really good and healthy for the game. But as amount as obviously the amount of skins that we're getting is not the best thing. And that's being said, let's hop right into the video. Now, this video is sponsored by Skinport, an easy buying and selling marketplace for Counter-Strike Global Offensive skins. Sell your skins for cash, especially if you want to buy anything as of right now. Talking about in this video, things like from the Vertigo collection, some of the stickers, or any of the agents that I'll be listing in this video that I'm investing in, or anything from the Dust 2 collection as well, or any other investment in general. If you guys are interested in checking and taking a look at some of these skins, miles lower, up to 50% lower than the Steam market prices, check the link down in the description below. So if you take that link specifically, helps myself out on the YouTube channel. First thing I'm going to be really looking in is the Vertigo collection. I would say this thing has been the most talked about collection for an investment purpose and the rarest thing out of this entire collection as well. Because if you take a look at the Dust 2 collection with the op, you know, and everything like that, there's already more souvenir versions. I know that's not the base version for the operation, but taking a look at souvenir perspectives, they're supposed to be more rare than the actual drop itself. And with the souvenir problem that we have with this, there's already more souvenir Desert Hydras than there are Dragon Lores, which is really, really bad because the Dragon Lore has been out, or was out at the time, for like 4 years, right? This skin in particular has only been out for like, what, like a couple weeks, right? For a souvenir edition. That's really, really bad. So that's just with the base version as well. They're both really, really bad investments in my opinion. Obviously, they're going to go up, but the amount of quantity we have for those, it's very hard to determine how much they will. So I think investing in something else that's, you know, 3 times as cheaper and has a better chance of going up and skyrocketing up in price, I think it's a better investment. So for the Vertigo collection, for the number one thing, I'm going to try and buy all of the skins from this collection in particular. Not necessarily the blue skins. I think they're going to be profit. And if you're going to buy any blue skins or any lower tier skins from any operation or any case, especially if you want to do a quick flip, I don't know why you'd buy them from a newer case. That'd be pretty much pointless for an investment. But these skins in particular, lower tier ones, you want to buy them in the bulk and quantity. I said this with Operation Broken Fang back then with the M4A4 skin, the Global Offensive. If you wanted to buy these, you were able to make actually like $2 or $3 more profit down the line, which is actually very, very good considering you were able to get these for like $1, maybe 85 cents on Skinport, Buff, and as well as other third-party websites. Some people like having lots of options and lots of bulk in one item in particular, or like having just one big item. I switched last year to having one just big item instead of having multiple smaller items. Like instead of having, you know, 100 capsules and 100 cases for an investment, I started switching to the bigger skins and bigger tier skins and bigger tier knives for an investment purpose, and stickers as well for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It's a lot easier for people like me, I think, that have OCD in their inventory, who don't like looking at 1,000 different cases and 1,000 different stickers. It's just not very fun. But then again, sometimes the smaller investments do make you more. It just takes a little while to list them on the Steam market, and obviously listing them is not a problem, but getting those confirmations is really a big pain in the ass. I will be picking up the Gleal AR Caution, okay, the P250 Digital Architect, the SG Hazard Pay, and the biggest one on this list, probably most likely, depending on the price they go to in the next little while, you actually get them for a pretty decent price. The M41S imminent danger, non-souvenir. So I want to get this maybe souvenir as well. Depends what the pricing is on this as of right now. Field tested souvenir for the M4 is only $1,800 on Buff, which is actually pretty good. It's $15,000 for the factory new, but there's only one listed on Buff as of right now for that. And it's about $1,500 for the regular version. So I think I'll be picking up at least one of these in the factory new condition, because the M4A or the M41S as of recently has got a buff. It does more base damage than the 8K, besides the op. That's the only gun that does more base damage than it, and maybe the SG and whatnot, but not the SG, the op and the autos, okay? But with the M4 buff, I mean, we don't really know when the M4A4 is going to get more dominant over the A1S. Usually a gun that gets buffed usually stays buffed, especially if it's balanced for the next little while. It's going to be like this for the next few years, in my personal opinion. We thought with the M4A4 a long time ago when they buffed it, or the M4A1S got nerfed, we thought they would reverse that pretty quickly, but that ended up not being the case. And the M4A4 has been the dominant weapon of CS for a very long time. And the profit to be made on an M4A1S skin, I would say the majority of them has gone. I'm making a video on this in particular. How can you make money, and if you can make money still on the A1S? And the quick answer is no, but the long answer is yes. I think with more people switching over, more people buying skins, especially for this in particular skin, because it is so rare and has been unboxed the least amount, because this collection, I'm going to be honest, is garbage. No one likes this collection. I think the 5.7 skin, unless you're buying that for a trade up, I don't really see the whole point of buying this for an investment. I mean, the reason people are going to buy these is to trade up to this M4. And the M4 doesn't even look that great, but based on how rare it is, I think it's going to be worth a lot later down the line. Now, it doesn't always happen though. Quick lot of caution going into this investment. You got to always look at this as well. This happens with older skins in Counter-Strike too. There's multiple videos I'm making as of right now with older skins in Counter-Strike, like the M4A4 Modern Hunter. One of the rarest M4 skins in the entire game, because no one has it. No one bought it back in the day. Well, the thing is with this, it's so rare, but people don't want to buy it because it looks kind of crappy. This happens to a lot of skins in CS. Just because a skin is really, really rare, or an item is rare, doesn't mean that value of that skin or item is going to go up to $1 million. Just is based on how much people want this. And I don't think people are going to want this too much. That's why I'm being kind of cautious with people investing into this, especially if you don't have that expended, extra income for this. I would not spend your life savings, take out a second mortgage on this Vertigo collection. I think perfectly, if you investing in a souvenir, regular version of the UMP Fade, for example, that's something I also want to pick up from the Dust 2 collection as well, because this skin is good for trade-ups, one, as well as it looks very, very nice. I think there isn't a lot of good UMP skins added every year to Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and I think this is going to be one of those things where in the next few years, I think this is going to be a really good investment. We don't get a lot of good UMP skins, and the same thing, the opposite thing actually is to be said about the Mac 10 case hardened. People are asking if this is a good investment. Well, if you get a blue gem, yes, but if not, I would say no. There's a lot of good and higher tier Mac 10 skins as of right now. I also don't think the case hardened Mac 10 is a really desired thing for a lot of people. It's a very specifically desired skin for some individual people. And something from Dust 2 as well is the M4A4 Red DD pad. I've talked about how the M4A4 skins and the rifle in general for Counter-Strike is the best investment you can possibly make right now in CSGO. It is so dirt cheap. You look at the M4A4 Howls, Stat Track Factory New. Those things were almost $20,000 a little while ago. They're down to like under $10,000 right now, especially not for the factory new ones, but they're very, very cheap. They've fallen a lot in price just because, and they're going to fall more in price because people don't use the M4A4 and they're going to stop using it more and more once they see that everyone's using the A1S. So those are kind of like the M4A4 Global Offensive situation as of Broken Fang. You want to buy these in bulk, which I'm not going to do a whole lot of. I'm going to buy a few of them, but not too many, probably 10, and that's not too many to me. I would say, buying 50 to 100 of one skin is too much, and that's just too much confirmations. That's too much selling, too much looking at the prices, looking at how much I'm making per one of them. It's too much for me. Now for Master Agents, I'm going to be buying the Master Agents for the CT side. I'm going to be buying probably 2 of each of those and probably 2 of each agent in the game, or at least one of them, let's just say. Because agents, I feel like this year, they were very, very good. They were good with Broken Fang, but we haven't gotten a lot of good CT-sided agents so far in CS, and these ones look by far the coolest to me, and I think people are going to wish they bought these in a couple years. I think that's just how this is going to go, and I think every year, the new agents go up in price a significant amount, and you want to sell them before the new operation comes out, because the thing that happened with Operation Broken Fang, those operators, when they came over to Operation Riptide, they completely tanked in price because everyone's buying the new operators the day one, right? They've dropped about $6 since they came out, which isn't too bad. They're going to go back up, most likely, possibly $20. I could see them on the Steam market going for in a little over 6-7 months, right before the next operation comes out. If there is going to be one, and if there's not, they're going to go up even more. So it's kind of like playing Crash. And for stickers, I'm gonna be buying 2 of these 6 stickers from the Surf Shop collection. I think these stickers are very unique. I don't think they're that rare, so that's why I'm not investing a whole lot into them. 2 of each I think is very, very fair. The color schemes are really, really cool. These stickers look really, really good. I don't think they're going to be the Battle Scarred Hollow as a potential because of how many there are, as well as the flow stickers. I'm buying 2 of each of those as well for each of those. Obviously, there is 4, and then obviously they're a little more rare than a skin or a sticker like the Battle Scarred Hollow, because Battle Scarred Hollow is one in particular sticker. With this, there's 4 of each. Leave a comment down below what you guys are going to be picking up as of right now. Hopefully you guys have a great day.